In the mists of antiquity, when the world was young, colossal powers walked the earth. They were the Olympians, gods of thunder and sea, of wisdom and war, their stories woven into the very fabric of human existence. For millennia, their names were whispered in prayers, their likenesses carved in stone, and their deeds sung by poets. But time, the most relentless of all forces, has a way of eroding even the mightiest of legacies. As ages passed, humanity's gaze shifted from the heavens to the horizon, from myth to science. Belief, the very eye-core that sustained the gods, began to wane. One by one, the brilliant lights of Olympus flickered and died out, fading from memory like forgotten dreams. Now, only one remains, a solitary figure cloaked in mortality, walking unseen among the teeming billions who have long since forgotten his name. He is the last echo of a bygone era, the final guardian of a power that once shaped the world. Hidden away in the deepest, most sacred archives of Olympus, a prophecy lies dormant, its words etched by the fates themselves. It speaks not of glory or triumph, but of a final twilight hour. It foretells a time when the last Olympian, weakened and alone, will finally fall. His demise would not merely be the end of a god, it would be the unraveling of creation itself. The prophecy speaks of a delicate balance, a cosmic equilibrium between order and chaos, meticulously maintained by the divine presence of the Olympians. With the last god's fall, this fragile harmony would shatter, plunging the world into an age of unending strife, where primordial chaos would rise to consume all light, all reason, all hope. The world as we know it stands unknowingly upon this precipice, its fate tethered to a single, fading divine spark. Meanwhile, in our modern world of steel and glass, a young mortal named Alex lives an ordinary life, completely unaware of the epic drama unfolding in the shadows. Yet, a strange and persistent feeling has always followed them, a sense of being connected to something far older and greater than the world they know. They dream of towering marble halls and hear whispers on the wind in a language they have never learned, but somehow understand. One fateful day, while exploring an old, forgotten ruin, Alex stumbles upon an ancient artifact, a simple bronze locket that pulses with a faint, warm light. The moment their fingers touch its surface, a torrent of visions floods their mind, flashes of lightning, the clang of celestial armor, and the sorrowful eyes of gods long dead. It is in this moment that the truth is revealed. Alex is not merely mortal. They are a descendant, a scion of a divine bloodline, holding within them a dormant key, the last hope for rekindling the fading fires of Olympus and restoring power to the gods. As the divine light of Olympus dwindles to its final ember, a malevolent ancient power begins to stir in the darkest chasms of the earth. The Titans, primordial beings of immense power and chaotic nature, had been defeated and imprisoned by the Olympians in an age before human memory. For eons, they have slumbered in their subterranean prison, their rage festering, their hunger for vengeance growing with each passing millennium. Sensing the profound weakness of their celestial jailers, the chains that bind them begin to rust and crumble. Great cracks appear in the earth, releasing tremors that shake the foundations of the world. From these abyssal depths, the Titans begin to rise once more. They are not gods of order and civilization, but of raw, untamed elemental force. Their sole desire is to tear down the world built by the Olympians and reclaim it, plunging it back into the lawless, primordial chaos from which it was born. Their return marks the beginning of a war, not just for Olympus, but for the very soul of existence. With the monstrous Titans clawing their way back into the world, the last Olympian knows he cannot face this cataclysm alone. His own power is a pale shadow of what it once was, and the celestial armies of Olympus are no more. He must now seek allies in a world that has forsaken him. His journey begins with a search for others like himself, minor gods, nymphs, and other divine beings who have hidden themselves away, content to live out their days in quiet obscurity. He must convince them to risk their peaceful existence for a cause that seems all but lost. But his quest for allies does not end there. He turns to the world of mortals, for he sees a new kind of strength in them, resilience and ingenuity born not of divine power, but of the human spirit. And at the center of this new alliance is Alex, the young mortal with the blood of the gods in their veins. Together, this motley assembly of forgotten deities, mythical creatures, and determined humans must forge a new army. Their battlefield will be the last bastion of divine power, the crumbling, ethereal remnants of Mount Olympus, the final line of defense against the encroaching darkness. The battle for Olympus rages. Mortals and gods fight side by side, a testament to a newfound unity, but the raw power of the Titans is overwhelming. The sky cracks with elemental fury, and the hallowed ground of Olympus shatters under the weight of their assault. The Last Olympian, fighting with the fury of a dying star, realizes that even with his new allies, they are only delaying the inevitable. The prophecy echoes in his mind, its grim words now a stark reality. To restore the balance, to push back the tide of chaos for good, a price must be paid, a sacrifice of unimaginable magnitude. He understands now that his own power, his very immortality, is the final key. It is the last great concentration of divine energy left in the world. He must willingly surrender it, not to die, but to be reborn. By pouring his divine essence into the fabric of the world, he can sever the Titans' connection to their chaotic origins and reinforce the cosmic order. It is the ultimate act of a god, to give up his eternal life for the survival of the mortal world he has come to love. In a final blinding flash of golden light, the Last Olympian makes his choice. His immortal form dissolves, his essence cascading down from the heavens like a shower of starlight, blanketing the earth. The energy washes over the world, not as a destructive force, but as a gentle, life-giving rain. The rampaging Titans falter, their chaotic power neutralized, and they recede back into the depths, their forms turning to inert stone and dust. The world is saved, but it is also irrevocably changed. The age of the gods is well and truly over. Olympus fades into myth entirely, its gates closed forever. But the sacrifice was not an end, it was a transformation. The Olympian's divine spark was not extinguished but diffused, planted like a seed within the heart of every human being. Humanity is now the guardian of its own destiny, no longer watched over by distant gods, but guided by the legacy of courage, wisdom, and sacrifice left behind. A new era begins, not ruled from a celestial throne, but built by mortal hands, forever imbued with a touch of the divine. The Olympians are gone, but their spirit lives on within us all. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through myth and legend. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more tales from the annals of history and imagination. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Until next time, keep the stories alive.